Hello guys, welcome to the channel. So yeah guys, Coach Zwane has opened up about obviously what happened, how did it affect him, and he says it didn't really affect him much about what happened when he was still at Chiefs and getting redeployed. And obviously you saw what was happening, guys, the pressure from the fans, what was happening in the stadiums, what was being said on social media. I'm so happy for you, 10 111, and for you, Kanu. I know that you also did well for Richards Bay. It's just that I feel like they were not grateful. You saved them from relegation, and then after that they let you go. But Atazwane, guys, has opened up on how did the situation at Chiefs really affect him, and he's saying it didn't really affect me that much, but my family. So we're gonna get to that. And Los Pepe, the Orlando Pirates center back. Niyamazi ngimbiza ngobani ngisho. I always say if take the opportunity with both hands was a person, it would be Thabiso Sesane, guys. That's how this player he just grabbed the opportunity with both hands and he made it count. Today, as I'm speaking to you, we have a crisis in terms of the center back. Yes, we do have players, but at least we can say, hey, Simpetu Sesane. Then Agazo Munye, because Olisanda is injured and he's ruled out for the rest of the year. We have no other option but to get someone else. But it's good to know that Los Pepe has taken the opportunity and now we are relying on him also. So he has opened up on his journey, his way to obviously playing for Pirates as he is right now and how difficult it has been. You know that there's a show, the Bucks Camp, shout out to the producer, shout out to anyone who came up with that idea, guys. We get to know our players through the show. That's so amazing. Behind the scene we see things, man. We're getting closer to our players more than just watching them on the screens. They're also human beings and they go through a lot. So the show really gives us that viewpoint and we get to understand certain things. What is it that Coach Mangete is saying about the situation at Kaiser Chiefs? He says, obviously, after I was redeployed, I think I needed a break, but I was obviously working with the young ones, leading all the divisions there, trying to align things at Chiefs. I think that kind of revived my energy, which helped me big time. About what people are saying in football, unfortunately, that is part of the game. I don't take it personally. I understand that it comes as a package. Everyone has a different opinion, and I respect that. And you must know that people invest their emotions in the game. It is not because they disrespect you or they hate you. They will say whatever they want to say. As I said, it comes as a package. The only people that get affected more, but if you don't try to make them aware, are your kids. So it affected my kids, not me, because I've been in the game for so many years. Guys, Atta was a footballer himself. He's been in the football industry his entire life, so he could handle it. But his family, he says that the kids, they're the ones who were at the receiving end. He says, Guti, I had to make them aware of the situation and to also understand that this is where your father is, and they will have to understand. It is either some of the things you say, yeah, stay away from them, or you'll just support because you love the game. When your father wins, you also celebrate. So it comes with these, results and not forthcoming, with the results not forthcoming, obviously. So I'm wishing Mangete all the best, and I'm still ngisakwatile guys. Just go happy ngale nto abayenze kuKano. I'm still not happy because he played a pivotal role to help Richards Bay to not get relegated, and then after that they just let him go. I didn't like that decision, but it is what it is. I'm so happy to see these two coaches. I like their philosophy. I think there's something that they will cook at Amazulu. I just play with Sandy Dezungu to just give them some time. They're gonna cook. They're gonna cook with the players at Amazulu. These are two coaches that love to play football, attack-minded football, and fearless football. So I can't wait to see what Amazulu will be bringing under, the mentorship of these two coaches. Now let's get to Los Pepe, who has detailed his journey, to where he is today. Thabiso Sesane, I know, what a good defender. I like him, and he's just 24 years old. And let me remind you, this one comes from our very own reserve team. Yeah, he says Guti, after that game against Maritzburg United, which was his first start for Orlando Pirates. He says Guti, I think I injured my hamstring. So after the season, we had a preseason camp. in the Northwest. I think I also got injured there. So when we got back to Johannesburg, I received a call from the office when I got there. They told me that, man, we are thinking about loaning you out because we don't, think there's space for you in the squad this season. So obviously, guys, that wasn't nice. Imagine you're coming back, you just got injured, and you're being informed that we're gonna loan you out to another club. Hey man, there's no space for you this season. He says it was tough. I won't lie, it was tough. I was always crying. I called my mom, telling her that I'm thinking of leaving this whole football thing because, to be honest, when I left Cosmos, I felt like I had already given up. I felt like a player who is always going to be loaned out. So this is the reflection, guys, coming from Sesane. Before we get obviously to where we are now, but these are the effects of a loan, guys. Like we do discuss these things on the channel to say, I'm a player, guys, they react differently. When a player out to a loaner, liboni opportunity look at least I was not playing here. I'm gonna get a chance elsewhere, and then I can showcase my talent, and then they're gonna call me back. Abanye, they feel like they've failed. They feel like they're not being appreciated or they've not done enough. So that's why you're loaning them. So yeah, it was like that for Sesane, but you can see that he adjusted his mindset and hence where he is right now. So before I even continue, I hope that all the players that get loaned, they don't see it as a bad thing. Just use Sesane as an example and look at where he is now. Mind you, he was the man of the match of the last MTN 8 final that Orlando Pirates played. So, and the last Nedbank Cup final that we played, he was part of it. He played the whole game against Sundown. So, I'm so happy for him. He's back home where he belongs. He says, Guti, you see, at All Stars, the environment was great. I won't lie. I felt like I was at home. Yeah, I regained my confidence there. So the chairman called me to say that he wants me to report to camp in the Northwest. I trained Wednesday, Thursday, and played a friendly on Friday. I think on Saturday, the team was departing for Spain, and I was not going. So that was really painful for me because in this team, I've participated in all, their travels. So what happened to me last season deeply affected me. So I had to cry. I had to cry to one person. There's no other. Happy Jelle, I sat down with him and I cried. He told me to be strong, but it was really painful because I didn't know where I stood with the club at the time. So you get that, guys. But he goes further to say, I didn't play any of the games when the season started, but I did not give up. I motivated, I stayed motivated, and I told myself that, any chance that I get, I will use it. So the other guys kept playing, and we'd motivate each other during training. So now he has gotten his chance. So there's something that is also reflecting to say, obviously, he got his credit now. Coach Jose Rivero gives you the credit, guys. There are players that are not playing, but if you are patient enough, that coach will give you a chance one day. Just like now, we have players that are injured. There are players that have to play. Will they take the chance? That's the question. So he's that example of what you should be. You said that Thabiso Sesane is an example of what you should be as a professional footballer. He's an example for everybody to understand what it means to be patient when you are part of a team like Orlando Pirates. He was patient with zero complaints. This is what the Spaniard also had to say in the camp, guys, in the Bucks camp show. He says, for me, he's an example for every academy player, first of all, for every youngster, for every player that sometimes feels maybe they're not going to be looked at or thought about, or he's not being in our plans for the future, to say maybe it's a good idea to stay calm, keep working, keep listening, to be ready when the opportunity presents itself. Just like who? Thabiso, Los Pepe. This video ended up being long, guys, but I just had to go through this. I'm just happy about how things changed around for Sesane. I was one of those who were sad when he was loaned out because I felt like he made a very good impression from the DTC to the first team. He did play for the first team, and then boom, we loaned him out. So I was so sad, but look, it paid off. Today he's playing. He's experienced. He's gotten some experience playing elsewhere, and he's matured. And look, he's now playing for the first team of Orlando Pirates. And not just that, he is starting. So I'm so happy for him, and I wish him all the best going forward.